Hi there. Oops, hold on. Let me lower this here. There. Okay. This is episode 50, no, 97 of Fort Williams. We've already uploaded the game, and at this point, I wanted to show you something. There are a lot of hints that I want to give you for when you have the game on your computer, but one of them is we're getting real close to, you can see that we need to give more electricity, and if we go into the budget, which is going to take forever to raise, we are going to find that we're already up to 113%. We're going to get real close to needing to make a new dam, so there's no reason not to make it now. We have enough funds right now, 3 million, almost 3.5 million. So let's go over to where the dams are. We only have one right now. And it's working pretty hard, but it's pretty much given us all it has to give. The city's gotten big enough that it just needs more. Okay, so the output is 1,728 megawatts, and we're paying 4,520 a week, and that's fine. But we might want to come down here below the sewer where you've had a couple of drops from the dam. This one has to be left. It has to drop down to this level. But then right here we can put in another dam, and it's very simple to do that now that we have terraforming tools, since the After Dark and a couple of other things have been put on. So we'll go down to landscaping, and we'll go into this little guy here, which is level terrain, and we'll come up here to where this one is and make it just a little bit lower than this one. Right there. That ought to do it. Then we'll come over here and we'll make ourselves a little spot for a dam to go on. Right clicking and just moving a spot over here for the dam. There we go. And we're out of, we don't have any soil to keep dumping in, so we have to come over here and click down here and then make a hole. And that hole is going to fill up the soil area that we have. There we go. Okay, now that we're full of dirt, go back over here, and we'll have to right-click this so that we have the right level, and then add a little bit more right here. And then, of course, we have to come over to the other side. It's just as simple as this. And right-click here. And, of course, we're going to run out of soil here before we, I think. Maybe not. Okay, and then you don't really need a road, but I'll put one in a minute. Okay, so back to the electricity icon, over to the dam, and let's see if we can get enough off of this one to make it worth putting in. Slope too steep. We need to start over here and go over this way. Slope too steep. Okay, we don't have enough sticking out. The reason I think the reason it's saying slope too steep is because part of the dam is, we'll take a look at it from this angle. Oops. Huh. Let me try it here. There we go. And it's saying 1600, which is what we want. Oops. There. Okay. So the dam is in. And even though we don't really need a road, I'd like to make one running from here up to here. So back to terraforming. And this time we'll come over here to the slope terrain tool. And we'll just, I gotta get over here where I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to slope the terrain from here, right click, to here. We'll start here and go up, and then back down, and then back up, and back down, and back up, and back down. Now that should make it slopey enough that just a simple road, not pedestrian path, that just a little simple road like this can be run up this way. Oops, oops. And up here. Not that anybody would really come down here, because we're not taking it back up on this side, and for some reason nobody seems to work at the dams, at least at this point, but maybe sometime in the game when they upgrade they'll say, oh well, you have to have workers down there, so they have to be able to access it. So we might as well make it accessible now, right? Okay, starting up the dam, and of course it's going to say 0 right now because it's got no water behind it, but it's going to build up here. As time goes by, it will build up, and then we'll get our electricity from that point also, and we can probably take out, well, first I guess I should make sure I have electricity. Okay, so electricity is running from here to here. Oh, 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 no, 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 no. Okay, we're getting the underground power lines going here. All right, and I'm going to get them up here also. If I can. There. Now we have electricity coming from the dams in 2 places into the city. That ought to keep us going for a while. We'll come back to this one later. It's going to flood, but there's nothing down there that it can harm, so I don't think that's going to create any problems, you know, for the city, because this is a very high cliff area around it. It's just gonna flood over and go out into the ocean out there. So another thing, since we have that electricity now, we can save a teeny tiny little bit of the city's income by dozing out the electricity lines that we don't need. These regular ones, where are you? There they are. These guys are not needed anymore. So we can take them out very carefully, making certain we don't take out anything else. There's nothing there, but there's some stuff over here I don't want to run into. Boy, it just does not want to line up for me. Squirrely today. Okay, so with those out, we still have plenty of electricity. And what you can do in your game, one of the things you can do is take out all of these little runs of power lines, which cost a lot of money, okay? And you just put in these underground, which are at the far right of your electric tab. All of these little underground tabs, you can put one or two of them in here, one there, one there. I'm not going to do it, but you know, that's something you can do for fun, just to pass the time, to make things tidier. I didn't bother in the farming area because who cares? We probably need a couple in here just in case things tank. Although you could also replace some of these houses with, well, we have parks in here already too. So maybe not. It might not be needed. We have enough parks running around through here that they're pretty much carrying the electricity for us, except in places like this. This is Old Town, and I wasn't putting in as many parks when I put that in, so things are not quite as pretty. This whole section here could be parkland, and that's something you can do yourself with the city now that you own it, now that it's yours. But anyway, we'll watch and see how this goes as things fill up. Probably we'll still be filling by the end of this episode because we're already at 12 minutes. But I just wanted to show you that needs to be done in the game right about now. And so this is as good a time as any for you to get it started. Also, in every one of the zoned areas, I have a thing set up where I tried to explain it to you earlier, but I probably didn't do a terribly good job. See if I can find. That's not a good example. It's the one spot where I don't have it. Okay, in industry. No, that's got a lot of old dead ones. Okay, so we'll start here in Grove District. In this little district here, we have for garbage pickup. I'm going to get down there and show you, so just putting you on pause for a minute. Okay, this is our garbage setup for the Grove District. Here we go. We have okay, we have two incinerators, this one and this one, both turned on. And in case that we need more garbage pickup, we do have a landfill. I was emptying it because it was full. It's now done being emptied. So I can go ahead and turn it off and then take off this emptying piece right here so that it now is ready to empty the building. It was, let's see. Okay, if I clicked on this, it would empty the building to another facility, which is what I had been doing. It is now set to, well, I think, see what it says. Well, okay, operating normally. It doesn't say that it's, okay. So although I have it turned off right now, if I need it for garbage pickup because these two can't handle the load, all of a sudden there's too many people for whatever reason. Right now it's fine. If you look at the garbage reserves, each of these incinerators can handle 400,000 whatevers, they don't say. And this one is handling right now only 256,000, which is about half. And this one is handling only 186,000. I'm just rounding up and down. And they're not using all their trucks yet, so they're fine at the moment. But later, if need be, the landfill is there. And you want to watch each of your zones. And if you start seeing red and orange, like I showed you in the last one or two episodes, uh, when you click on garbage, then this is what you want to do. You want to go in and turn one of these guys on, and then watch them. If they get full, turn them off when it's not all red and orange, and empty them out. Each one of these has a fire department that is on all the time because it has to be. It covers them so the incinerators, so they don't burn down. And out here in this area, usually you will also have a cemetery, which is used only during heavy periods of time. And right now it's turned off because it's not needed. We don't have a lot of skulls showing. But if a death wave happens, then in each zone you can go in and turn on that cemetery. It gives you 13 or so more hearses out there running around until things are cleaned up, which is always a good thing to have. Right now, so for each zone, you need crematoriums and cemeteries. You can have as many crematoriums as you like, only one cemetery is needed. You can have as many incinerators as you like. For garbage, only one landfill is needed. Okay? And you use them at your own discretion when you feel they're necessary. And I've only got 300 and something sick and 400 and something dead out of a population of 140,000, so I'm doing pretty good. So not worried about that. Okay, I explained that part to you. We did the electricity. Okay, and the budget. And, well, that's one thing we can go check, is the budget for the electricity now. Let's see how our electricity has bounced up. Okay, electricity is up to 3,000 megawatts production, and we only need 1,800. So we can go to the budget, which right now is pulling $10,000 and a little extra from our economy, and we can drop it down from 113 to maybe 98. Okay, percent. And we'll see what that gives us in electricity over here. We'll check it later. It's 2,800 right now versus 1,800. I only want to keep 400 more than, what the people are consuming at the moment. And electricity consumption right now is 1,800. So you want to keep about 400 megawatts difference between how much is being consumed and how much is being produced. Kind of keep an eye on that, and basically just try and keep this little blue arrow right about here in the quarter mark of the green stuff, and that seems to make everybody happy. And as I discussed before, sewage and water needs to be high. I showed you how you go and you put in the water and the sewer facilities to solve that problem. It brought it up a little bit, but again, you can go down here to the budget, and we need to at the moment, and you can take your water budget up this way by moving it up on the slider here. Okay. I'm just looking at things that I'm thinking of that you need to know about the city that I didn't bother telling you when we were just playing around in it. But now that I've given it to you folks, it might be a good idea to let you know about those things. Um, those of you who've been watching all along know about the metros. Those of you who don't know, I'm going to open it up here and show you the metros. Okay, all of these little, see if I can get that off and still show it. Yeah. All of these little colored lines, not the little black ones, but you'll see a metro running all along here. And maybe I can do it this way so you can see better. There. Okay. Okay, now some of this is tunnels. The black stuff, you know, is tunnels. But if it has a colored line going through it, like this one here, that's the metro tunnel. And there's one that goes into each area. There's a station here in Grove District. There's a station down here in the industrial area. There's a station even down here in the prison area. And there's a station where this one runs down all the way across the country, practically, into Hamilton Park, and then from there out to Briarwood Hills, which is the commercial area, and then again from Hamilton Park, residential, all the way out to Nightlife Alley, which is, you know, nightlife commercial. And then from it goes to both Old Port Side and down to University Town. Now from Old Port Side, it goes to Hillport, which has just started, and you've got a whole great area up here that you can build up later if you feel like it, and you've already got the metro in to cover it. And then from Nightlife Alleys, it also, and goes to Portside, and also goes to New Portside, which is up here, and there's all kinds of room to expand that area for you. And from there, it goes to the Forestry District. From the Forestry District, it goes up the hill to the lower plateau, and then over to the middle plateau and up to the Upper Dam District. From the Upper Dam District, it runs again out to another area on the Upper Dam District, and then out to industry and the prison, and also from there it runs out to the farming district. So every area on this map, get this thing turned off, I hate it when it goes white, but I needed to show you what we have there. Every area on this map is covered by metro. So I'm telling you that so that you know that you don't have to have a train system that people ride just to commute around the area. We have trains, cargo trains that are coming in the industrial area. We have 2 of those cargo ports, but we don't need regular trains because basically our trains are for commute people to just commute back and forth. They're underground. They're our metro system. And because of that, we also don't need the buses. Okay, covered that. And the RICO settings. Let's see. Get to our RICO buildings, some of them here. Okay. Now, this is a prime example. The Evropaiskis, which I call Europas, they have 600 households capable in each building. Now, if you go down to the RICO settings, you can come down here at the bottom and click the ploppable RICOs, and then go to the high-rise buildings, the dark greens, and it will show you all of the buildings. And way over here on the end is our Evropaiski. I'm not pronouncing it right, but It's there. And if you click on that one, and then you go to, I believe it's this one, oh no, you go up here to settings, and it opens up your settings for this building, or it should. I guess I have to go in and say Evropaisky. Oh goodness. Okay. Evro. There. Okay, so now you have the Evropaisky building up, and you can add local to it by clicking this and enable the RICO. When you enable the RICO, it allows you to say worker and home count. And if I remove local, okay. Well, for some reason they're not showing, but this little green tab here shows that I have already set them at 600, and I don't know why it's not showing there, but you could go in here and type 600, okay, and then hit the enter key, and that would make certain that you had 600 in there instead of, I think originally when I pulled it, it was like 200 or something. I'm showing this to you so that if when you pull it, you get the new buildings, you know, you get them immediately down from workshop, and they have the settings that they come down with instead of the setting that I changed them to. I changed the settings on the, I think this is called the horizon. I'm not sure. Get up here where I can see the name. Oh, the Rotterdam. It is set at 240, and I believe that's what it had originally anyway. But you can change that so that there's more people in it. And you know, if you need more residences and you're getting green down here in your demands bar, you can just go into one of these buildings, and through those RICO settings I just showed you, you can go in and change it. This one only has 150. I think it could hold 200. You know, that sort of thing. You might want to check when you pull the city down, because although I've got all the buildings in the ads and mods collection, I don't know how they're going to come over. I think they probably come over directly from workshop, in which case they might not have those residential number changes, which is the only changes I made on them. But they might not be there, so you might want to fix that. Most stuff I just leave it as it is, because you do have to keep, you know, every time there's a new patch that comes across, you wind up having to go in and unsub and resub to everything, and I don't have to change it each time, so I usually try to stick to what comes across. Okay, that's the RICO, and I think that's enough stuff to show you in this one. I'm sorry that I didn't do a first person. I guess I could run just one real quick one here. Okay, we'll come down here. This is a good place to go. We'll go down. I want to show you the parks anyway, so this is another kind of park that we have down here. Hey, nice parks. And I don't see any people moving around in them. I should, but it's just the wrong time of day, I guess. There's one fellow lady that's just standing here, but being a tourist, she's not walking through. And if she's not walking through, like this guy is a tourist, he's going to stop in a minute too. So I try not to jump into those people because they don't go far enough. Okay, here's a grandma. Which way is she going? All right. We might, if we get down into her, be able to see. Yeah, see, we can see a little bit of the park over there. There. And she's going to go into a building. Okay. I'm going to have to jump down and just do it myself. I can see that right now. Okay, so if I was down in the park here as a sim, and of course none of them are going to cooperate with me right now, but um, you know, there you can see a couple of people are in here, but like I said, they're tourists. They just go to one spot and stand. And they stand for so long that it's just too boring to be in their bodies. You know, you can't be in their bodies. They're just standing around. But if you were a sim and you were wandering through from one store to another, this is where you'd be going. Okay? Only much better than I do because you would be able to control your body better than I can control anything in this game. But this just shows you this is one of the parks that you get, and you know, you can put it up against water, you can put it in the middle of a shopping area, and you just wander through it. Whoa! Or jump on a bike and come out here and go down. I'm gonna get run over. Okay. Okay. So that's, you know, just trying to show you what is available here in parks. These are not parks, these are just regular trees. We do have one here though. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the entrance to the tunnel. Okay, the exit tunnel. Okay, and here's another park between another set of commercial buildings that people are going to for whatever reasons. Bowling alleys, pharmacies, getting their hair done. This is all nightlife areas, so there's no grocery stores, nothing like that, but you know, other kinds of businesses that people might be interested in. And we have park area in the middle of them, just to open it up so that when you're shopping, you don't feel claustrophobic like a mouse or a rat in a maze. This keeps you from feeling like a rat in a maze. Okay, that's it. I have to click out of this because we're already at 32 minutes. But I just wanted to show you these things so that you know what to look for. Especially when you get up here and you start looking at things and seeing, oh my gosh, you know, my garbage is way out of control and everything's red, and what do I do? Well, you go over here to where the garbage facilities are and you turn on the garbage landfills, which send out a lot more trucks. Okay, that's one thing you do. Too many dead bodies, you go and find the big square cemeteries that are purple and click those on so that they help out. And then once the catastrophe is over, then you set them to empty, and they empty into the crematoriums and the incinerators. I have it set up that way because right now you can't just have incinerators and crematoriums because they don't necessarily send out all of their vehicles that they're supposed to send out all the time. Even if there's a need for garbage pickup here, and you would think that that would mean that every single garbage truck in this area, in this zone, okay, there's the zone and there's the garbage area right up here. Not these guys, they go with the other one, but these guys. And so you go up here and you check, and you find that only 15 of 34 trucks are out, and only 11 of 34 trucks are out. And so if it was a really bad thing, you'd have to go turn this on. It's already turned on, and even it only has 2 out of 19 trucks out. So because of that, I had to put in extras, and rather than put in extra crematoriums and extra incineration plants, which cost way too much money, and we are in hard mode, I put in 1 landfill and 1 crematorium for each area that, can kind of help out. So that's where you look for help. If you run into, extra garbage or extra dead people or a lot of sick people, if you run into that problem, that's what you do. Okay, we're at 35 minutes. Got to turn this one off. I will see you in the next episode where we will do a lot of walkthroughs in all the different parks because I want to show them to you. And then you can just, take over and do your own thing. Okay, see you later.